Hey, happy Friday. Yes, today is Friday, and we're going to talk today about money. That's right. This is the time of year when we probably spend the most money. And yet, I hear so many people talking about their plans for the new year, for their businesses, maybe their lives. And so the question I have this morning is how healthy, financially healthy, was your business in 2021? And how financially healthy is it going to be in 2022? So welcome aboard. If you are here for the first time, the drill is hashtag live or hashtag replay. I am Diana Lidstone, your Biz Grow Master, and I help businesses get known, ramp up their profits, and optimize their resources so that they can work less, earn more. And it's my pleasure to come to you, kind of randomly here on these channels. So, what are you doing to ensure that your business is financially healthy? At this time of year, hear and see so many entrepreneurs talking about their plans for the year, and they're creating these amazing plans, and they're setting aside and they're downloading these workbooks from people. And yet, I'm not hearing a lot of talk about money. And money's not a bad thing. Being rich isn't a bad thing. There are different types of rich, right? We can be rich with relationships, we can be rich in our health, we can be rich with money. Those are different things. But as you're sitting down, I'm wondering, what are your plans around money? And as I was preparing for this talk, I went back and did a little research about the things that I have talked about. And here's the things that I have talked about. When I had my live shift events, I had a whole day and we talked about money. Because truthfully, I see a lot of business owners who kind of avoid the whole money thing. Now, how does that show up? It shows up that they are avoiding doing invoices. It shows up that they're procrastinating about meeting with their bookkeeper or their accountant and having, some real heart-to-heart talks. Not just what the bottom line is, but how to change the bottom line. Or maybe it shows up that you're giving discounts in your business or you're avoiding raising your fees. That's kind of the symptoms of avoiding this whole money talk. And how do I know this? Because I used to be one of those, right? We talk about what we know, or I do. And I used to hate having conversations around money. I used to get all upset when I talked with my husband about money. And over the last number of years, I've had to change that conversation up here. The conversation now is, I've got to love my money. Because if you don't love your money, if you don't look at it strategically, if you don't look at it about receiving and about helping others, then it's really going to be hard for you to grow your business. So how many of you, raise your hands, have a profit plan, a actual plan, a written down plan, step by step for profit? How many of you have, set aside days in your agenda throughout the year where you will review that profit plan? And how many of you are really clear on the metrics or the KPIs, key performance indicators, or a dashboard or something? Are you really clear about what it is you need? So KPIs could be things like, what is your revenue? Yeah, revenue is sales, right? But is the other one is income. What are you paying yourself? The other is profit. That's the difference between your revenue and your expenses, kind of, yeah? Are you giving yourself a raise every year? Or maybe it's really important for you, your size of your list. right? That could be an important metric. One of my clients involved in real estate, the metric that she follows is the number of closings, real estate closings that she does every month. What are the important metrics for you to be following? Setting money goals when you're creating your plan for the upcoming year is not arbitrary. And I can truthfully tell you that the years that I have had the best years ever, epic years, are those years that I got really clear on what I was going to do with that money. So, what I was going to do, I remember one year, my goal was to earn enough profit in my business to pay for a brand new kitchen. Well, what are you going to do in the next year or so with the money that you earn from your business? What is it going to be used for? Um, what are you going to use that profit for? Now, some of you, I know this to be true, you're not really clear on what it costs you to live, even. You're not clear on how much money your family or your individual actually spends to, keep up the lifestyle that you currently have. You're not clear on why you want to grow your business. Just because you say, well, I want 100K or I want 250K or I want 500K or a million or whatever, what specifically are you going to use that money for? You need to know what your minimum expenses are, what your minimum income is that you need. And then you need to know, well, if I'm going to upgrade my lifestyle, if I'm going to upgrade this, what is it that I need? Then the second part that you need is, what is that big stretch goal? What is that extra money for? And yeah, if you don't know what that money's for, then the money doesn't have the clarity and you don't have the clarity. I also went back and, as I said, when I used to have these profit days or, money shift the money event, I remember talking about how a healthy business needs to set aside money. You need to set aside money for taxes. What percentage do you need to set aside for taxes? What percentage do you need to set aside for tech and your team? What percentage do you want for profit? And what percentage do you want to pay yourself? Right? Those are important numbers to actually know. Now, some provinces, taxation is going to be slightly different. Some provinces, you'll need to, because I used to live in Quebec, now I live in Ontario, or maybe you are listening to this and you're from the United States. You need to know what that percentage is. And so that when you're calculating your number, you need to know where you stand. Because guess what? Just because you earn it doesn't mean you get to keep it all. So, one of the big issues that I see for entrepreneurs is that um, they're not on top of their figures. And here's what I mean. I mean, they might have a bookkeeper, they might have an accountant, but they don't actually take a look at those numbers on a regular basis. So I've seen people who have bookkeepers that they haven't even had a final figure for the last 6 months. What the frig good is that? Right? And so what I call that is that they're delegating that responsibility, but they're also abdicating the responsibility. They're not staying on top of those numbers. They're not really being the true business owner that they need to be. So don't abdicate your financial responsibility. Just because you have a bookkeeper and an accountant, they're the doers. You're the CEO of your business. You need to keep on top of those. You need to analyze so that you know, well, what is working, what's not working, etc. So, I do have a little gift for you. It's called my Money Matters checklist. And if you would like this checklist, in the comments below, just write checklist, please. So, write checklist, please. And this will help you just take a look at quickly the financials in your business so that you can create a dashboard, you can monitor it regularly, and you can, stay on top of your numbers because your numbers are only a reflection of the actions that you are doing. So thanks so much for your time this morning. If you'd like that, in the comments below, Money Matters checklist. Take care. I look forward to talking with you again. Bye for now.